They exchanged a somber look, and Sadie nodded. "I'll go check on them as soon as I see what Mary needs. Don't worry, Mom. When Dad wakes up, you can tell him I've already done it." Sadie headed out the side door, catching the screen door so that it wouldn't slam. It felt like a death in the family, except that their grief couldn't be shared. Sadie had been so hopeful that seeing her brother would make some kind of difference. But the letdown had been almost physically painful. And now, Dad was determined to have Absalom shunned. It wouldn't bring him back. It would only allow the family to save face, as if even that mattered anymore. Mary reined in her horses, and from here, Sadie could see her face was ashen. Her eyes were rimmed in red. Sadie picked up her pace and crossed the lawn. "Mary?" Sadie stopped at the side of the buggy, looking up into her friend's face. "What's the matter?" Mary's face crumpled into tears, and she covered her face in her hands. Sadie hoisted herself up into the buggy and settled onto the seat next to her friend. Something was terribly wrong, and her heart hammered just a little faster. Had someone died? Had there been an accident? Sadie grabbed Mary's hand in hers and gave it a squeeze. "What's happened, Mary?"
"It's Jonathan."
Mary choked back a sob.
He just came by and we were supposed to get married, Sadie."
"What do you mean were?" Sadie asked, confused. "He didn't call it off, did he?" Mary nodded, wiping her eyes.
"An hour ago, he drove up in his buggy, told me we needed to talk, and said he couldn't do it."
"Just like that?" Sadie looked toward the garden where Rosmanda was pulling weeds, and her sister looked toward them but didn't stop her work. Had her sister really managed to break them up? It hardly seemed possible. Rosie was young still, definitely naive. Did Jonathan really think he felt that strongly for a 16-year-old girl? "Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry."
"I don't understand it,"
Mary went on, sniffling into a handkerchief.
"One day he says he can't wait to make me his wife, and the next he's telling me he never loved me. How is that possible?"
"Is there another girl?" Sadie asked.
"Who?"
Mary spread her hands.
"I can't see who he'd be with."
Sadie knew exactly who Jonathan Yoder had been fooling around with, but she was shocked that he'd actually called off his engagement. Rosmanda had insisted that they were in love. Could there really be more between them than Sadie had imagined? She'd thought this was mostly one-sided, that Jonathan would tire of flirting with her sister soon enough, and Rosie would end up with a broken heart and a mite more wisdom. But a broken engagement changed things. "What did he tell you?" Sadie pressed. "Exactly?"
"He said that he'd made a mistake with me,"
Mary said, her lips trembling.
"He said he loved me more like a sister, and he'd never really loved me like a wife, and that now he knew that. He wanted to save us both the misery of an unhappy marriage, and he said that he couldn't go through with it."
"Have you told your parents?" Sadie asked.
"No."
Mary shook her head and leaned back against the seat.
"Not yet. I don't know. If he changes his mind back again, and he still wants to marry me, then I won't have to tell them ever. Right?"
She looked over at Sadie pleadingly.
"Because they'd never forgive him for this."
"I'm not sure that I will either," Sadie said grimly.
"Just help me figure this out," Mary pleaded. "I know he loves me. I don't understand what happened, but he does love me. If you knew how he kissed me and held me—"
Rosmanda had a similar story to tell, but another realization put a rock into Sadie's gut. Rosmanda hadn't had her Rumspringa yet. She wasn't old enough to court, so if Jonathan...